Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So today we are here for grade 10 maths. The chapter today we discuss that is trigonometry, and here are the list of the lessons. Today we first cover trigonometric ratios sine, cos and tan, then trigonometric ratios cosecant, secant and cot, trigonometric ratios in similar right triangles, inverse of the trigonometric functions. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using your email and the passwords that are provided by the administrator. Select maths from the subject tab, scroll down to the grade 10. So here are the list of the chapters, and we are on the chapter, this one, trigonometry. And let's start the first lesson, which is trigonometric ratios, sine, cos and tan. Find the sine of angle x. Okay, so if you have this triangle, if we have this triangle, then let's see how to finding it out the sine of this one. Okay, let's do it. First of all, we are just going to put this on here. All right, just putting this one here. Otherwise, let's draw the triangle. Okay, so here is your triangle, and the angle which is given, that is a 90-degree angle. Now this side is given, which is 45. Okay, that is opposite. Hypotenuse is given 53, and the adjacent which is given, that is 25, 28, and all the sides are w, x and y. They are saying that finding it out the uh, angle x. Okay, this one, sine of x, we're going to finding it out. So how can we find? As we know that what is a sine x, this is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so sine x, as it is, what is opposite here? Opposite is 45, that is wy, which is wy, and hypotenuse is yx. Okay, so we are going to write it down like this way. So this is opposite, this is hypotenuse. Now sine x is equals to, what is wy, which is 45, and what is yx, this is 53. So this is 53. So now let's divide 45 over the 53, and then we're just finding it out that. So look at here, we are going to finding it out by using this way. Now find the cosines. Okay, this is the sine one. You are going to find by using this formula. By using this formula, we are going to finding it out this way. Okay. Now if they are saying that sine x, so you are going to use the formula opposite over hypotenuse. You remember always, this one is your opposite, and now this one is your adjacent, and now this one is your hypotenuse. Okay, this is hypotenuse, that is opposite, and this is adjacent. All right, now let's draw the next. Today is 7, 8, 9 and 10 classes. Okay, it's not the 5, 6, 7, 5 and 6 classes. Today is 7, 8, 9 and 10 classes. All right. It's uploaded on YouTube channel. You have to check it. All right. So let's do it. Find the cosines. So now here we're gonna finding it out the cosines of angle x. Okay. So what is the cosines of angle x? Let me just draw the triangle firstly. So here is the angle which is given, that is 90 degree. Now this is V, that is X, and that is W. And now numbers are given, which is 65, 56, and 33. All right. And they are saying that finding the cosines of angle X. So cosine of X. So how can we finding it out the cosines of X? So for cosines of X, we're going to use the formula adjacent over hypotenuse. All right, and then just putting the values. Got it? So the cosines, that is equals to cosines of not e, it's x. Cosine of x is adjacent over 33, and your hypotenuse is 65, and this is your answer. What is adjacent? If one more step you're going to write it, then Vx is your adjacent, and your hypotenuse is x and w. Okay, this is the way that we solve it. All right, this is the formula for the sine of x, this is the formula for the cos of x. Now let's do, is there any question related to, let's just take this one question more. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to write it here. And now where it is, 34, 30, and 16. 34, 30, and 16. Is it 16? Yeah. A, B, and C. A, B, and C. All right, and they are saying that finding it out cos of C, cosines of C. How to do it? First of all, what is adjacent here? I'm going to write it adjacent, and they are saying that this is 90 degree. If this is 90 degree, so this is your hypotenuse. Okay, and this one is your adjacent, that is 16. Your hypotenuse is 34, and the opposite is 30. What is the cosines formula? Cos of C, that is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosines of cos of c is equals to what is adjacent, that is AC, and what is hypotenuse, that is B and C. Now just putting the values. Cos of C, which is equals to AC is 16, and your B and C is 34, and that is your answer. So this is the way that we do it. Okay, this is the sign that are cos, and this is also the cos, and we just mention the number like this way. I hope you guys understand this lesson. Now let's start the next lesson. Solve the test questions regarding this lesson by yourself. Okay. Let's start trigonometric ratios, secant, cosecants, and cot. Now this is the same thing. Find the cosecant of angle B. So cosecant is just you are converting 1 by cos. Okay. If it is cos, like adjacent over hypotenuse. So secant is hypotenuse over adjacent. If they are saying that cosecant, so you're just converting the sign. Like sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so you're just putting it a hypotenuse over opposite. This is the main difference. That's it. Now let's start. For example, here I'm going to draw a triangle that is B, C, and D, and that is 90 degree, which is 45, 30, 53, and 28. All right. Now we are going to finding it out. Secant of, they are saying that secant of B. So how can we finding it out? Secant B. Secant B is equals to secant of D, that is equals to hypotenuse over adjacent. What is hypotenuse? Because cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, this is opposite of cos. Okay, secant is equals to 1 by cos. And if your cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, and when you gonna move it, so secant is 1 over adjacent over hypotenuse, so hypotenuse moves up and there is adjacent. All right. Now what is hypotenuse and what is adjacent? So your hypotenuse is like this one is your hypotenuse, this one is your adjacent, and this one is your opposite. So secant of B, which is equals to hypotenuse is 53 and adjacent of is 28. All right. This is the way that we do it. Now let's do any questions related to others, cosecants, and yeah, this is cosecants. Let's do it. So this is V, X, and W. That is 90 degree. So this one is your hypotenuse, which is 37, This one is your opposite, and that is your adjacent. Now, what is adjacent? 12. What is opposite? 35. What is hypotenuse? This is 37. Now we are going to finding it out cosecants of v. Let's do it. Cosecant represented CSC, cosecant of v. So the formula is hypotenuse over opposite. How we are going to apply this formula? Because look at here, cosecant is equals to 1 by sine, and sine is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So cosecant is 1 by opposite over hypotenuse. So cosecant is hypotenuse over opposites. So what is hypotenuse? Cosecant of v is equals to hypotenuse is given, which is 37, and opposite is given, which is 35. So here is the answer. Okay, this is the way that we do it. This is the cosecant and secant. Let's do one more question related to this. Now, now the shape is different. Let's take this shape. So here is this one. So this is your hypotenuse, and in front of hypotenuse this is opposite, and that is adjacent. Let's write it. This is 8, 15, and 17. This is your I, that is angle. This is J, and that is H. Finding it out cosecant of angle H. Okay, so we are finding it out cosecant of H. So what is the angle for cosecant of H? This is hypotenuse over opposite. We already write it down. What is the hypotenuse? That is 17. What is the opposite, which is 15? So cosecant of H is this one. Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. Okay, so solve the test questions regarding this lesson and also solve the rest of the questions by yourself. Now let's do trigonometric ratios in similar right triangles. Mm, yeah, trigonometric ratios in similar right triangles. So find the sine of angle x. Here are the two triangles. This is XYW, and here is TV and U. XY is given 97. XY is given. This is same angles and same right angle triangles. So by the definition of sine, W y and xy. You don't say any side length in, we were not able to say any side length in w, x and y, but you do know the side lengths of t, u and v. If you can prove a similarities, we are basically prove the similarities in between these two triangles, then firstly we are going to finding it out wy and xy using the side length of uv and tv. Okay, so from this x is equals to the t, that both are same according to this. When we are checking, then here these are the angles. Okay, then with matching arcs are congruent. So W that is congruent to the angle U. This angle is equals to the angle U. Now since all the right angle triangles are congruent, therefore by the angle similarities theorem, so we can say that if two angles or two sides are equal, so their triangles are also equal. So the triangle W x and y that is equals to the U, V and T. This is the basically all the things that I'm going to explain, because when you are going to finding it out the similarities in between these two triangles, so what is the first step that we will do? We are just going to check first angle x and angle t are equal, then angle w and angle u are equal because the right angles are equal. So according to the theorem of angle, okay, similarities, so we can say that these triangles are congruents. Okay, so this means the ratio of corresponding side lengths are equal. All right, so wy is equals to uv and xy is equals to tv and wx is equals to t and u. Today is not a grade 5 class. Today is 7, 8 and 9, 10th. These grades are basically uploaded today. So now you just check it out by finding how to finding it out the signs of x by using these. Let's see. I am going to use, so this is x, y and w. Right angle, right angle, t, v and u. Putting numbers 97, 72, 65. So as we know that, look at here, I'm going to explain it again by the definition of sines. When we can see, we don't know the side lengths of these three, x, w and y. Okay, but we already know it the side lengths of other triangle, which is t, u and v. All right, now they are saying that prove the similarities. So how can we prove the similarities in between these two triangles? There is only one reason: if some of the angles are equal or some of the sides are equal, but side length is different. It's already shown like one is triangle is bigger than the other. So we check the angles. Angle x and angle t becomes equal. Okay, since angles with matching arcs are congruent. All right, now the angle w and angle u, because right angle triangles are equals, so according to these, by the side, by the angle similarities theorem, so we can say that these triangles are corresponding sides lengths are also equal because two angles are equal. Okay, this angle arc sides are equal. to this arc sides. Now we can say that how to finding it out the sine. So we are going to finding it out the sine x. So sine is equals to the basically opposite over hypotenuse. So what is opposite here? Opposite is here. This is 90 degrees. So in front of this line, this is hypotenuse. That is adjacent, and this one is opposite. So what is opposite? Which is w and y is opposite. That is according to the u and v. So we can say that what is uv? This is 65. Now for the hypotenuse, what we see, we are going to check it out that x and y, that is equals to the t and v. So this is tv, which is 92. So that is sine of x, which is 65 over 90. It's 92 or 90. Yeah, it's 92. All right. This is the way that we do it. If you have a different triangles, then we can check it out. First of all, if their sides are same, then if their sides are not same, so what we see their angles. If two angles are same, it means that their side lengths are also congruent. Okay, now look at here in this one. This is also the same thing that we have done. Hope you guys understand this lesson. So let's discuss the last lesson of today, which is inverse of the trigonometric functions. So what is the inverse of an trigonometric functions? As we can see, cos of x is equals to square root 3 by 2. First of all, they are saying that find cos 30, then cos 45, then cos 60. First of all, we're going to write it down, all that digits one by one. For cos 30, we are all making the triangles for that. Okay. For cos 30, for cos 45, let's make a triangle. Firstly, like how to find the value of cos 30, then cos 45, then cos, then cos 60. Okay. You're looking for an exact answer to see if square root 3 by 2 is the cosine of an angle. Form a 30 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree special triangles, or a 45, 45, 90 special triangles. Okay, so you can use the definition of cosines and the following reference triangles to calculate the cosines of 30, 45, and 60. So we are going to use it, as we know that find for cos 30 triangle. This is a basically like in this way when we correspond, these are the corresponding triangles, and this is cos 60. As we can see that if we're gonna draw this triangle, I'm going to draw it here. Okay, let me just draw it here. This angle is 90-degree angle. Okay, so we make the full triangle, that is, which is, that is 60 and that is 90. Okay, 60 and 30, so that full make 90. Now this is 1, 2, and that is square root 3. So what is cos here? Cos of 30, that is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is your hypotenuse, that is 2. What is your adjacent? This is 3, square root 3. In this way, we're going to finding it out, square root 3 by 2, that is cos 30. All right. If they are saying that for cos 45, let me just take it this one. I'm going to use it here. Look at here, this is 1, here it is 45, that is 45, and this angle is 90. So this is square root 3, 2, that is 2. What is cos of 45? Adjacent over hypotenuse. What is adjacent? 1 by square root 2. Okay, if you're gonna solve it more, square root 2 by square root 2, this become square root 2 over 2 square root. This should be cancel. Square root 2 by 2. Okay, if you want to put it like this way, it is also the right, and like this way, this is also right. And if I'm going to say that finding here from, this is for the cos, I'm going to write it. Okay, I'm just only writing it out here for the cos angle. Now these are the values for sine and cos. Okay, now if you're gonna finding it out cos 60, then you are using another triangle of that. Now x is an acute angle, find the value of x in the degrees. Okay, same thing. Now you are going to use for, look at here, this is 1 by 2, so this is the value of cos 60. Okay, angles are basically here using 30 and 30. So now in this way, they are the different things are given. So for the same thing, you are going to finding it out for sine. Let me just take it here. If I'm going to say that finding it out the sine from this value, so how can we finding it out? Sine 30, that is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. As we can see that this is our adjacent, this one, and this one is our hypotenuse, and here is the opposite. So opposite is 1, hypotenuse is 2. So the sine 30 is 1 by 2 from that. Okay. Now for the 45, this is same thing, because here, look at here, this is sine opposite over hypotenuse. As we can see that this is your adjacent, this is your hypotenuse, and that is your opposite. So that becomes 2 over square root 2 already, and here we become equals to the 2 square root 2 over 2. Now how to becomes equal square root 2 by 2? So here it 2 into square root 2 by 2. So sorry about it. It's opposite over hypotenuse. This is 2 over square root 2. And that is our answer, okay? Then it's the same in all of it, okay? This is all about the same things now. Let me just small it. It's like better here. So from that thing, we're going to finding it out this way. Okay, so trigonometric ratios find the length of a side. Look at here the diagram which is given. They are saying that find F and G. Now we are going to finding out the side. One angle, one side is given. If your one angle and one side is given, first of all we are using that angle and then finding it out the side. Okay, and then in the end we just put that value. How? This is 2, and then only here is given 2 is given, 60 is, sorry, 4 is given and 60 degrees given. Okay, So sine 60, we are using here the sine 60. What is the value for sine 60? We already know that is square root 3 by 2. Just using sine 60 and is equals to fg over that side. Okay, because any angle that is given here, you are putting that angle sine 60. So you are using sine 60, then fg over 4, because fg is your adjacent and that is your hypotenuse. Angle, that is sine, and angle this is given, which angle it is, that is angle E. This is angle E, which is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so now the angle which is given is, so the sine, that is 60 degree, which is equals to opposite is given, that is f and g over 4. What is sine 60? That is square root 3 by 2, which is equals to f g over 4. This 4 is multiply square root 3 by 2 times 4. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So your fg is 2 into square root 3. In this way, we are going to finding it out that answers. Okay. Now look at here this question. Now here using the sine 30. So what is sine 30? That is 1 by 2. So just putting that value, and then the other, this is 2, and then, sorry, where it is, 2 into square root 39 is given, then just multiply on the opposite side, and then we are going to finding it out. This is the proper way to solve it. Okay, so in the next session we, so basically these are finding it out, any kind of angle which is given, so we are using that angle. Sine 60, so here is sine 30, so that kind of angles. Okay, if they are using 45, we are using 45, 60 using, 180 using, 270 using, then we are according to that we are using the angles. Hope you guys understand the lesson. So we'll also discuss this lesson in the next session as well. Okay, so today we discuss the grade 10 maths. The chapter today we discuss, that is trigonometry, and here are the list of the lessons: trigonometric ratios, sine, cos and tan, trigonometric ratios, cosecant, secant and cot, trigonometric ratios in similar right triangles, inverse of the trigonometric functions. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using the email and passwords that are provided by the administrator. So you guys make sure before starting the next session you practice all these questions regarding all these lessons. But if you still need any help in any of the questions, you can contact tutors by using this live chat button. You're just going to put your name and department, and in this way you directly contact with the tutors by using the Meet links, Google Meet link. Okay, so for now, have a great day, you all. Bye.